Power of a power. We just watched the video of the math dude explain what power of a power means. And if we have to summarize what he said, basically to find the power of a power, we multiply the exponents. Right? That's really good to remember, but we want to try and make sure that we understand why this is the way it is. If we look at example 1 on page 32, we see that they have 8 to the 4th power, and that is raised to the 3rd power. So if we take the math dude's advice, what are we going to do with our exponents? Yes, Trey? We're going to multiply the exponents. Good job, Trey. Okay? So I've got the exponent 4 raised to the exponent of 3. So 4 times 3 is what? 12. 4 times 3 equals 12. So my answer would be 8 to the 12th power. Now, why? Why is it that way? Well, if we break this down, I think it will help you to understand. When I have a power of 3, that means everything in here is multiplied by itself 3 times, correct? Does everybody understand that? In the same way that 2 to the 3rd equals 2 times 2 times 2, then 8 to the 4th power raised to the 3rd, okay? So 8 to the 4th raised to the 3rd can be written 8 to the 4th times 8 to the 4th times 8 to the 4th, okay? Well, how can I rewrite each one of those 8 to the 4th powers? Cole? Well, how can I rewrite 8 to the 4th power, Cole? 8 times 8 times 8. Very good. All right, so that would take care of the first one. Then we have another one, 8 to the 4th power, which would be 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. And then I have another one, 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. Okay? So when I multiply that many 8s, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which can be rewritten 8 to the 12th power. And if you notice, that is exactly what we got when we multiplied the exponents. Okay? So what we've noticed over time is that there's this connection, right? There's this connection with power of a power. So the rule is, when you have power of a power, you multiply the exponents. Let's take a look at another example. All right, example 1, we have 5 to the 2nd power raised to the 8th power. Tell your neighbor what you think the answer is going to be. Raise your hand if you would like to answer. Justin. Justin said 5 to the 16th power. Thumbs up if you agree with Justin. Thumbs down if you disagree. I'm seeing mostly thumbs up. Excellent job. Once again, 2 times 8 equals 16. That's how we can rewrite this. Now remember, how does this work? Well, we have 5 to the 2nd power 8 times. So 5 to the 2nd times 5 to the 2nd times 5 to the 2nd times 5 to the 2nd. And keep going until we have 8 5 to the 2nds. Now, each one of the 5 to the 2nds can be written which way? 5 times 5. So each one of these 5 to the 2nds is 2 5s, right? So I'm going to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 5s, which is why we have 5 to the 16th power. How many people feel comfortable with this concept right now? Power of a power. Okay, very good. Now, there are some examples where it's slightly more complicated, so let's take a look at example 2. Example 2 now is the same thing pretty much, but what's different? All right, what do we call the letter, Devin? Okay, we have the same thing, now we're doing it with variables. So does that change how we apply the rule? It does not, okay? So KJ, what do we think we're going to get here? Very good, KJ. He said K to the 35th power. And explain to me how you got that, KJ. Very good. KJ said he multiplied 7 times 5, so he multiplied those two exponents together. All right, let's do one more, and then I'll let you practice some. A to the 3rd power raised to the 7th power. A to the 3rd raised to the 7th. Nikaya, what do you think? A to the 21st power. Thumbs up or down? Do we agree with A to the 21st power? I'm seeing mostly thumbs up. Excellent job. And Nikaya, can you please explain to me how you got that? Nikaya said he multiplied 3 times 7 to get 21. So remember, back to how we started. To find the power of a power, we multiply the exponents. Okay, I would like you to try the got it at the bottom of the page. You may begin.